Carl's Cam moment of the game. It's a steal. It's around the back, James. And then it's a catch. One hand, go to the other and dunk it by Jake.
Yeah, just escaping the defensive player right there in that tight area on the sideline. And Luka is not afraid to make a pass. Simple pass over the top to Jake.
Yep.
By the way,
good car insurance, Jake from State Farm.
Early in the show,
insurance.
But I'm taking you to
the board,
to the green screen.
Yeah, why not? Let's maybe not trip over anything this time.
Big
you
game. You notice the
Tar
Heel shoes.
Even though JJ's talking about him defensively, offensively he just draws a lot of gravitational pull. He sees a double pin down, defense kind of lulls him to sleep just a little bit, gets him on his heels a little bit, sees that, changes direction. Once he sees him off his balance, gets him going away, stops on a dime, gets that little step back. He knows how to do this dance very well. Knock down, tray ball is what he does. It's one of his classic moves. Now a little defense, active. He's ready, gets a steal, just ball on the string, got the handles going. Again, he sees his buddy Jake from State Farm for insurance, two hands. For safety, getting out and running, some good offense. Jaxson Hayes, you know where it's coming here and see this one from a mile away. Nurkic too high up on the floor, but he has to be because Jaxson Hayes sets a great screen. It's because Luka's coming off, and he's such a threat that he has to step up. When he steps up, easy lob over the top. Jaxson Hayes is what he does best. 7 for 7, hasn't missed a field goal against the Utah Jazz because of this reason alone. Again, he sees the defense right here. 4 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go on the clock. Lulls him to sleep a little bit, baits him, gets that foul. And he's one of the best in the game at finishing through the contact. And one, capitalizes before the half, get them back in a rhythm. Luka does what Luka does. And that's just kind of neutralized your Keontae George 4-point play, which happened previous to that play, and gives the Lakers I'm going to say a lead, but a comfortable closing before the half.
I enjoy Danny's breakdown.
Thank you, sir. We got some nice breakdowners.
Yeah, we got a lot of good guys in our arsenal. We can throw a lot of different bodies at you. Marcus Smart with Mike Trudell.
Marcus, I want to start in that fourth quarter. You got 3 threes early in the period. Were you noticing anything about the way they were playing and kind of where you were getting into that gap to get the looks?
Yeah, played me how every other team's been playing me, and how they've played me the last 2 games we played them. I've been shooting the ball well to start the year, so they figured just make them make shots. And, tonight I found a rhythm, shout out to Luka and those guys, LeBron, finding me and then, just being ready to knock down the shot.
What did you guys do at least a little better in the second half, and particularly that start to the fourth on defense tonight?
Just urgency, We picked up our urgency, we were in passing lanes, we were helping one another. Those straight line drives that they were getting, we were putting a body in front of them and making everything as tough as possible. They hit some shots, but we made them work for them a little bit more.
When the game is kind of that tightly called, it seems like on both ends, and you're trying to figure out the rhythms of it, what's the challenge there, and how did you guys do tonight?
It's challenged because as a defender, you already don't have a lot of leeway to play defense. So when the game's getting called like that, it really, makes your job a lot tougher. Because any contact you make, even if you're not the one creating it, it's going to be a foul on you. Offense always gets the benefit of the doubt, so it makes it hard. So we have to understand that, and just continue to play through it, and not let it discourage us. And then that's what we did. So, it was tough, but, that's part of the game. So we figured it out, and that's what we got to continue to do.
The way they were, is there always a point you think we need to get some consecutive stops?
For sure. For sure.
It can't happen, and it did happen.
For sure. We just a saying, make them miss, don't hope they miss, and it's so true. Guys are too good in this league for you to, hope they miss, so we got to get up in guys. We got to make every shot difficult. We got to, make contact early before. Can't let guys be the aggressor. So that's what we did. And, they started to miss some shots that they were hitting early on.
What was the frustration for you at halftime? What had you upset?
A lot of things, but it's just, like I said, as a defender, you're already at a disadvantage. And when the offensive guy can put his hands on you and make all the contact and you only have a small margin of error. Your hands got to be this certain way. If it's just a little bit off, it's a foul. But this guy can run full speed at me, duck his shoulder, push me off. And it's nothing. So it's just, that was typical. And then, I'm walking down with my hands up to post up, not running, not going forcefully, just walking. And the guy just falls. Hey, they called it. So it was frustrating. I think everybody was frustrated. I think out of both teams is around 80 free throws to get today. And that's a lot. So I think everybody was frustrated tonight.
With the Luka's playmaking, especially in the fourth.
It was big. It was big time for us. He stayed in mentally. He stayed in there. I know he was very frustrated with a lot of things as well, but he kept his composure, held it together, and did what he does best, and that's control his team and help us come up with this victory.
LeBron James and Luka Doncic combined to score 73 points tonight. We hope to hear from both of them before we go off air. A season high, 143 for the Lakers. They win by 8 over the Jazz. Here's a look at the Lakers' upcoming schedule. The Lakers are back in L.A., but across town to take on the Clippers Saturday night, then a rematch with Dillon Brooks and the Suns on Tuesday. That'll be a fun one. For the 27th straight season, the Lakers will play on Christmas Day. This time taking on the Rockets at 5 p.m. Sacramento and Detroit round out the next 5 games. Jaxson Hayes, what a game. He's at the podium.
JJ, I mentioned him that you're missing Deandre and Austin. That's like 40-plus points in the starting lineup. You come in at 16, don't miss a shot, and for a team you score 140. Where do you think the offense is? And JJ said he was asking you guys to implement some off-ball stuff. How do you think that can help?
I feel like offensively, our team's, one of the most skilled offensive scoring teams in the league. It's just every night we got to come out and play defense and fly around and play team defense. When we don't, that's when we have games like tonight. But I feel like with our offensive system and with the guys we have, we can come out and score every night.
There was a stretch between halftime and like midway through the third where I think it was Marcus, you and Luka all picked up texts. And during the point in the game, it seemed like the game could kind of go either way. You guys were trailing. What was said either from other players or the coaching staff to help you guys regain your composure and help you guys, I think you guys tied the game late in the third and ultimately took it back over in the fourth?
Everyone was just talking about how we're still there and keep our heads, and just not like telling all those guys we got a tech not to get a second one. It was really just everyone just trying to keep each other calm because, obviously that was a pretty crazy game. Just the guys trying to keep everyone calm.
What was it like at halftime? You gave up 78 points after all the emphasis on defense leading up to tonight.
Yeah, halftime was just straight about defense. Coming into half, what we had, I can't do math right now, but
78, 73.
Yeah, 74. No, 73, you're right. Yep. And then, so it wasn't about offensive side. Like, we were executing on offense. It was just all about defense. We came in at half, and that was just our emphasis.
But you have the ice pack. You all right physically?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Be okay for the Clippers game?
Yeah. I'll be fine.
Thanks, Jaxson.
All right. Thank you.
James, I'll start with you. Let's talk a little role players there. We talked Marcus and Jaxson a little bit at the top of the show, combining for 33 points. No DA, no AR. Those guys filled in the starting roles. No Gabe Vincent coming off the bench. So you got Jake LaRavia, Vando, even JJ mentioned Maxi Kleba making some big plays on the defensive end. Just a nice all-around game for those guys.
Yeah, with Austin out and Ayton out, you needed guys to step up. And, you have a veteran in Marcus Smart who really stepped up big tonight, hit some big threes, and, with just his presence on the defensive end as well. He fouled out, but he was tough when they needed him. And so his ability to knock down three. I thought Jake was really active tonight. Rebounding. 6 rebounds for Jake. Tough defense, very active. And then I thought, of course, Danny Vanderbilt showed up big tonight.
For sure. This was a team win. Everybody pitched in. Kleber, Vando, Jake LaRavia, Marcus Smart, they all did their job, what they were supposed to do. It was nice to see. I would love to see Rui be more aggressive. He is, we understand he's a role player, but he's good enough to, pick and choose more moments. He just sits in that corner, waits, patient. That's kind of what I did. But I'm like, Rui, you're a very good mid-range guy, post up. You have big hands, big body. You can get to the glass. But everybody was good and active tonight. And they did what they're supposed to do, their job, and they can build on that, and hopefully they can carry that over to the next game.
How do you get more aggressive when you play on a team like this where you have ball-dominant guys?
Yeah, the ball finds energy, and Rui's got to have that energy that I want the ball energy, or that I'm ready to go, I can score. And he can score the ball well. If he ducks in like he does sometimes in the transition, he'll get easy ones, finds the ball, kind of comes off DHOs. Small things that can get him, at least, a good 3 to 5 more shots a game, which I think he's been very efficient because he picks and chooses, 2 or 3 spots. He'll take 1 or 2. He plays it very safe. And it's like, I get that, but sometimes we need you to be a little bit more because you have the body, you have the skill set, you have the tools to be more.
All right, Luka and the Lakers have won 11 of their last 14 games. Reaction ahead from Luka. And we'll look ahead to Saturday's matchup against the Clippers. Spectrum Sportsnet Plus on the NBA app is your ticket to Laker games on Spectrum Sportsnet all season long. Watch games on any device, anywhere in Southern California, without a cable or satellite subscription. Sign up at nba.com/sportsnet and start streaming Spectrum Sportsnet anytime, anywhere. It's the Clippers and Lakers for the second time this season, Saturday night in Inglewood. We'll have a preview and final thoughts when we come back. Next up for the Lakers, it's the Clippers at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. The Clippers have struggled all season, just 6-21 on the year, lost 5 in a row, and have parted ways with Chris Paul. Not a lot going right in Clipperland, and Lakers won the first matchup this year by 17. But, Danny, it is always a good game when these two play, at least a lot of hype going into it.
I mean, you know what they say about rivalries, right?
Yeah.
Anytime anybody can win. I don't know if it's still a rivalry with the way the Clippers are looking this year, but it is across town. It's one of those games that anything can happen. And
what is going on with them?
It's the association. Anything can happen any given night, right? But what's going on with them, it looks like they're trying to find their identity. I don't think they have one right now. They lost Chris Paul. Some of the leadership they're trying to figure out, trying to stay healthy, trying to find some youth. And I think just right now their body language is showing that they're struggling to get the positivity back. Hopefully they do. But the biggest thing is that they need to get healthy, stay healthy, and try to find their identity.
And, for years, Gete, at least 3 or 4, they dominated the Lakers home and away with, when they had a full squad. But, I think they're going through personnel problems, when they got rid of Paul George. That was a big one. Powell. I thought Powell was a huge loss for them. But they're struggling a little bit. Injuries, I think Harden is maybe down a little bit, so they got to figure it out.
They're not old. I want to say old, but they're just older for this league. So
here's the deal, though.
They gotta get some
this Laker team's got to find a way to get some stops in that first half and maybe come out with a little more attention to detail.
For us. They'll be ready for us.
You're a struggling team. You're thinking, okay, maybe the Lakers are 19-7, but
you never know what's going to happen. But everybody gets up for the Lakers, that target, especially when it's a cross-town rivalry thing, the battle of the city. So it's going to be fun to watch. But, again, if they just stay the course, knowing how the Clippers are, they usually kind of die out by the end of the third quarter.
19-7, big game.
Yeah, you don't want to give them an opportunity
get to 20 wins.
To snap back against you.
Yeah. Get to 20 wins. Get to 20 wins.
Take care of them in the first quarter. Get it over with.
Yeah. Before Christmas, feel like you're on a good path.
That would be nice.
For Danny, James, Mike Trudell, I'm Geeter. We'll see you on Saturday night. Got some good college football coming up, too.
There you go.
Got NFL Saturday.